I'm with Snavely Forest Products. We supply the engineered wood floor systems to Terramor homes. It's the open web floor trusses you see here and the solid web I-joist you see back there. And with the I-joist and with the open web floor systems, the best way to classify those is that we're asking floor systems to do a lot more today than we ever have before. A prime example is look at the garage you're standing in now. This is 19 feet across. There's no post in the middle. What engineered wood does is it allows us to better design the house to meet the needs of not only the builder but and the homeowner as well. These open web floor trusses, not only do they have to function as a floor system, but they also have a lot of other functions that you don't really see. And that being, we hide the ductwork in there. We put the HVAC in there, we put the plumbing, we put the electrical. All those systems are hidden within these systems. So not only are you asking it to create a floor system and to span from point A to point B, but you're also asking it to house a lot of the other components that are made up in the house. Furthermore, whenever you have these systems, we design each and every floor system for a specific house. Every one of these is designed for the lot that we're putting it on. So every one of these joists and every one of these beams and that garage door header behind you are all engineered. We actually run the calculations, we do the design work, and we make sure that this is all effective. And what that does is it allows the guys at Terramor to handle less product. You can see that the span not only is 19 feet, but the spacing of these joists are 24 inches on center. So not only are we getting a very high quality engineered floor system, but we're actually doing it using fewer products. With the I-joist in the back, not only the open webs have the, obviously you can run the ductwork through them, but with the I-joist we can actually cut holes and make penetrations through those as well to assist in running plumbing and ductwork. But they have a limited lifetime warranty on manufacturing defects. Keith will tell you they go in really easily, and they just make a fantastic component system. Do you want to talk about the warranty, manufacturing?
They figure the limited lifetime warranty of the house is around 75 years, so they back that up from anything coming apart. One thing that Snavely offers difference in the houses that we do for Terramor is we integrate several different kinds of engineered wood to make one component what works best for Terramor with what they're going to do. We sit down with the HVAC guys and see what works for them, where they're going to run their ductwork and stuff. We can do that with plumbing, electrical, anything. We do on-site inspections to make sure everything's going according to plan. And the superintendents at all the subdivisions have direct lines to Keith. Anything that comes up, he is there available by phone, and I'm available in person to keep that job site moving, to keep it from being stopped and that type of thing. We can design repairs right on site with laptops, cameras, and the working over the phone with David by email. We can have them a design over the phone so that they can continue to keep moving and then back that up with seals within 48 to 72 hours. Everybody's been talking about green. All of these products are 100% green. They all come from the Sustainable Forest Initiative. All the manufacturers that we use adhere to that. The I-joists are broad span I-joists. They're made by Georgia Pacific, one of the largest manufacturers in the world and one of the most recognized names in the lumber business. So we do push high quality. This does cost Terramor a lot more to build by than just using conventional framing. But again, it shows the care and aspect of wanting to put a quality home out there instead of just what everybody else is doing. And this day and time, engineered wood floor systems I think are more important because of the granite countertops, all the ceramic tile, the hardwood. People don't like to spend that kind of money and then see it crack. Engineered wood takes the heavy loads, the big islands in the kitchens and stuff. It carries those loads, support those loads, and you don't lose anything in the quality of your floor system. Any questions? That's it for us.
This is probably a very naive question, but I've always wondered why you use open web trusses in some areas and then the I-joist in other areas of a second floor system there.
Well, what we do is and Keith could probably answer this as well as I could, but what we're trying to do is we're trying to create ease of installation, not only for the floor system, but for all the other people that come in and work behind them, the HVAC, the plumbing. These areas, all these areas through here are very heavily duct work, a lot of plumbing, a lot of HVAC, things like that. Back here in the back part of the kitchen, you know, all we're really concerned with is maybe one duct chase, which would run parallel to the joist.
Is one necessarily stronger than the other, or?
No, not really,
Okay.
not really. They're not really stronger than the other. What differentiates the two products is the functions, what they
Right.
do. Again, obviously, you've got the open web design here and the solid web design there.
And you can run mechanicals through the solid, but just minimally, right? I mean,
You can, and what, the reason we chose the open webs is because we're not putting to chance someone cutting a hole in a wrong spot or
Right.
cutting the flanges or doing something that's detrimental to the product. So with the open webs, it takes that completely out of the equation. And then back here, again, they're just as strong, they can span just as far. It's as easy to install, but we're not having to worry about the plumbing issues.
Don't you think these tend to make a flatter floor upstairs than dimensional? Cause you get a
Well,
2x8,
do.
one is like, you know,
Well,
7/7/8, one is 7 3/4.
And that's a perfect question, because what happens is this house, as it stands right now, really could not be built with dimensional lumber.
Right.
All right, the spans are way too long, there'd be a post here in the middle of the garage, there'd be posts in all these rooms, just to kind of get that span down to 12 feet. All right, but what we do is, again, we analyze each one of these products through a software program that we have, and it tells us exactly how much deflection or how much bend is going to be in the floor, so we can actually control all that information. And you're right, we get flatter floors, everything's straighter, it's stronger, and again, it's got the lifetime warranty.
Talking about variation in strength and dimension of conventional lumber versus engineered wood, a coefficient of variation, which is a measurement of the strength of one piece of 2x10 to another, is approximately 30%. When you look at an engineered wood product, it's about 8. So you're 4 times better, roughly. And then with the dimension as well, 2x10, it's supposed to be 9 1/4. It can be plus or minus 1/8 of an inch, giving you a possibility of a 1/4 of an inch from one end of that 2x10 to the other, and you won't get that with engineered wood products.
Any other questions? I want to thank you all for your time.